Hello and welcome to Opinion Land, the land of opinions where you will find variant opinions. Folks, if you haven't read Arundhati Roy's masterpiece novel, God of Small Things, for which she got Man Booker Prize, which is considered to be the highest literary award and prize around the globe. Yeah, there the protagonist, the female protagonist, says about her mother, whom she used to call Ammu. She was 31-year-old, a divorcee, and she was living in a viable age. From the time I have read that novel, for it's been more than 20 years, it is stuck in my mind. What is the viable age? Can anybody assess? But yes, I guess when you are getting out of that teenage and the youthful dreams, and you are into the maturity and you face so many circumstances, then it's time for the death of desires, the dreams, lot of passions, and sometimes it's the actual physical death. It is such a phenomena, it's a philosophy that she told us, and in fact gave us a reason to fight against this concept of feeling that one can die at any time. Yes, it's a fact, but we should try to live our lives in the present moment, and that's the actual crux of the whole and the actual meaning of life. When we don't live in present moment and we want to attain some eternal, mortal and immortal peace, then we have to strive for it. We have to feel the pain of others. We have to be compassionate with this world, with global issues, and with people around. As I see, Arundhati Roy is one of the biggest names that India has ever produced in literature, and she is such a great vocal of humanitarian issues, about human issues, and the genocide massacre that happened inside her country and around the globe. And when we talk about her other novel that came almost 20 years after her first novel, was The Ministry of Utmost Happiness. It addresses so many issues which are actually present in India. It goes with a transgender issue. It goes with the genocide in Kashmir, in Assam, and the freedom movements, and the extremist religious groups that want to destroy and crush all other religions and the beliefs, and the minorities, how they are being treated, and at the same time how the caste system, the Hindu caste system, has badly affected the society, and people are not judged and not valued based on their abilities, their skills, their wisdom, knowledge, their character, morals. It's all upon the caste from which they belong. And with minorities, for whatever, whether they are Muslims, Christians, Buddhists, or Jains, or whoever they are maltreated. They are maltreated by, in fact, the invaders. Brahmins or the Aryans were not the actual people of India. They were the invaders, and they came into India thousands of years ago. The actual, whom they call the lowest caste, the untouchables or the Shudras, are the real people who always existed on this place in Southeast Asia, and especially in Indian region. Exactly. That's what Arundhati Roy tells to her own nation and to the world, and she is quite convincible. She is very much reasonable. She talks with logic, and there can be a lot of theses which can be written on the God of Small Things, or the Ministry of Utmost Happiness is in fact an antithesis or a thesis of the current culture, the socio-economic and political culture, and the religious extremism that exists out there, and how the nationalists and how the freedom movements are being crushed. But in fact, still those regions are not in control of the government. So she wants to tell people and her government, in fact, that they have to revise their strategies and to and live people with peace, integrity, honor, and to accept their right of self-determination, or whether their right to live according to their belief system. And there should be an equality in giving a citizenship and giving the citizen rights, the public rights to everyone, no matter what is the gender, what is the caste, what is the language, where they belong. And for that matter, she has written so many essays as well, and she is a voice around the world about Kashmir movement and about Assam movement, freedom movements, of course, and about the problems that exist in Tamil Nadu or in Madras or in other areas, and what is actually how Delhi, the main capital of India, is actually subdivided into Muslim Delhi, and then the rest of Delhi and Delhi. Yeah, Shahjahanabad, which was once called Shahjahanabad in Mughal era, and later turned out to be Delhi, and then from Delhi its name was converted into New Delhi. That is actually a little separate from the old walled city of Delhi. Yes, there are so many things which I can say about her writing. God of Small Things is a masterpiece. It's a very bittersweet drama. It's about reality. It's about life. How two kids who are twins face the turmoil, the sorrows, the grief of their young mother, who was actually in a viable age, but she could live a very happy life if her married life was better, if her mother and her parents, or her aunt and her brother could have treated her and her children out of respect and honor, and could have given them their true right, then it would not have been that chaos, and it was not that matter. There she also discussed in that novel that at last she fell in love with a man from a lower caste, and which was considered to be so obnoxious that her family, in fact, was involved in killing of that person, and it stuck in the mind of their ammu, and that those kids, they could never get out of that feeling. And I feel it's one of the most beautiful novels which touch your heart and soul in last 2 decades and more, from around the globe. Yeah, that's the great thing. Please keep on reading the good things. And for Arundhati, I must say, you must not stop, and please write some other book as well. You are a great writer, and those who are literature lovers, they should not forget to read God of Small Things, and then later on you must read The Ministry of Utmost Happiness, and you will find a connection in both of novels and in the psyche and the prevalent philosophy which she presents with fluidity and with all the tranquility, and at the same time there is an hidden rage, anger, that frustration to see people suffering around, and if we can't do anything. This is the situation with most of sensitive writers and poets, and you can see it. That's my sum over Arundhati Roy's writings and her masterpieces. And it's not just the best-selling pieces from India, but in fact it's a gift to the current literature of the world. Thank you. Take care. See you.